Hey guys, what's up everyone? How we doing today? Hello, hello, hello. What's up Naziart? What's up Simon? Hope you guys doing well. So as you can see, we jump straight to the point. As it's gonna be a short stream today because I have an appointment in 1 hour. We are jumping straight to the charts. Okay. So what we notice that BTC is pumping right now. Okay, pumping before FOMC. Do what you want with that. But we can observe it's once again approaching resistance. The current resistance is 84.5, 85K. Okay, so basically the red box that you can see just here. Okay, so we might have either a short opportunity like this, or if we manage to reclaim and flip this level, this will trigger a long opportunity and we will be able to target the resistance here around 91K. Okay guys, is that clear? Is that clear? We can also check here on the daily. You see it's even more obvious. We have that daily imbalance, so this is why we still have that resistance right here. And for the TP, you see 91K is key because that was the start of that impulse. It was also a support here, a support here, a support here, a support here. Okay, and what happened here? We lost that support, bearish retest, big drop. So this is definitely a key level. So if we get to that point, it's either a short entry or a take profits depending on your bias and your plan. All right, is that clear guys? Let me know if the music is too loud also, by the way. A bit of coffee. For ETH, I find Ethereum quite interesting also today. As you can see, we are consolidating in a tight range. We have a few options, a few scenarios, and I will try to detail as much as I can. So as you can see, we have untaken highs just here. All right, I will highlight with a rectangle. Okay, we have untaken highs just here. Okay, and an FVG just above. So we could have a push, so we could feel that imbalance before going back down. So you would have two options, okay, for a short. Either you target a short entry around that FVG, okay, first option, or you wait for that FVG to be filled and for the price to get back inside the range, so below the highs that we have just here. And you would have a short entry right here. Okay, is that clear first? Before we move to the long scenarios, let me know if it's clear. Yep, happy doing now. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so that's clear, perfect. So for the long scenarios, as you can see here, guys, we have a nice bullish order block on H1. Okay, why is it valid? Because we had an impulsive move right after. If you remember the order block class, okay, if you attended the classes that I hosted in the Discord, we had a nice move down, okay, a slow move to the downside and an impulsive move. Okay, this is exactly what you get here: slow, and then impulsive. All right, so this makes that area a valid order block. All right, so that's why I'm targeting this for a potential long scenario number one. Okay, so let's say this is long entry one. Okay, clear? The second option, if this doesn't work, by the way, the invalidation is pretty clear. You have a low here that must be protected, so you'll have a stop loss right here. Okay, now the second option, as you can see here, I mark this as untaken low. All right, so we have this low that hasn't been taken yet. Okay, so if this doesn't work, I will target this scenario: a sweep of that low, hopefully a bounce of that support level, okay, that we have just here, and then a bounce. And depending on what the price is going to do, if we have a week, let's say something like that, then I will have my stop loss right here, okay, and I will target this, okay. Is it clear, guys, regarding the plans, whatever it's for long or for short? What's up, Baka? Just arrived, but thank you, the plan seems clear. Perfect, perfect. Also, Baka, refer to the I posted in my corner in the Discord. I talked about this already, so pay attention, take a look. But remember, keep in mind, if you zoom out, guys, okay, it's still a downtrend, okay. Let me clean this, and clean this. Okay, we are still in a downtrend. All right, we lost that major support level. So in a downtrend, you try to favor the shorts. All right. Let me know if it's clear for BTC and ETH, and then we move on. We will check some alts that can be interesting. Alright, we're gonna move on. No question, it seems. FOMC today, what are you looking out for? I think FOMC is priced in, okay? The announcement of the FOMC is priced in, okay? 99% of the participants are expecting the rates to be maintained at the level, their current level. You see, I will show you. So if all of them are targeting the rates to be unchanged, then even though I think the conditions are okay for a cut, I tend to believe this is what's going to happen. Okay, the rates are going to remain the same. All right, that's the first thing. The second thing, the most important thing, will be the speech, what Jerome Powell has to say, what stance he adopts. Is he going to be dovish? Is he going to be hawkish? This is what going to be the most important thing to monitor, okay, and to keep an eye on. So you want to pay attention to that, to the words that he's going to use, to what he has to say, and to the answers he's going to provide to the journalists during the press conference. This is going to be extremely important. Okay, so my expectations, personally, it's not my expectations, but it's more like what I think. I think, considering what happened with the inflation lately, the way the PPI came down, the CPI came down as well, I don't see any reason to be hawkish for Powell. Okay, and also being stubborn and keeping the monetary policy too restrictive now could lead the American economy to a recession. All right, and this is what most people are scared about right now. This is why the capital are leaving the USA for like European markets, for example. Okay. Sol is also looking interesting. I like where it is right now. Okay, as you can see, we are sitting at value area low. All right, we have the value area low just here. We have a clean invalidation here below 111. So this is a trade that we could take together, guys, and we have a nice risk to reward ratio. So that's definitely a trade we could take together. What do you think? If you want to take a little bit of risk before FOMC, I do like that one. Yeah, I do like that one. Invalidation clear, 111. So I will log into my CFT account quickly, if you guys allow me. Log into my CFT account, going to Sol, and we're gonna risk a little bit. All right. Can you show your point of interest? What do you mean? This is right here. I like that level right here, also because we have a bullish order block just here, aligned with the value area low, and then the invalidation is quite easy and clear, and we also have a TP1 at POC, and we have a potential exit right here. You could target the value area high, obviously, but I think it's a bit too overextended, Emma Telly. Do you keep it open or closed before FOMC if you are in profit? If it goes in profit, I think the smartest thing to do is to go break even. Yeah, definitely. It would be to go break even. Let me just check. All right, a smaller TF? Yeah, sure. Are you just entering at market? Yep. It's fine. Like the setup is pretty clear, so it's fine. It's fine. So on LTF, you can notice what I was talking about. You have that demand right here. Okay, we had a nice move from that level. Are you in this buy already? Yep. Absolutely. But it's a low size. Okay, keep in mind. I don't like to risk more than 0.25%. And to make it clear, I will type it here. 0.25% risk. Okay, so even if it's FOMC, this allows me to take the trade without being too like stressed out by being in a position. Okay, I'm not stressed about it. All right, also we will keep monitoring BTC. Once BTC approaches 84.5, then we might we will switch to Sol and monitor what the price action is doing, and we might go break even. Okay, if we see like a bearish reaction from that level again. Okay. But the invalidation is clear. Okay, so don't oversize, don't take too much risk. Invalidation is pretty clear. You should be fine if you don't go all in. Okay. Now what else can be interesting? We had Tia maybe. Let's remove this. Okay, we're gonna start from scratch. HTF. Okay, we have that. We have a strong res right here. Right. Okay, we had a nice rejection here on TIA. Makes sense, previous key support. So for me, the next level of interest will be around 2.5. If we get a sharp drop, yeah, it will be around 2.5. Here, I'm not interested, to be honest. I prefer to wait for a flip of that level, definitely. I don't like where it is right now. OP. Okay, OP, that's interesting because we talked about it yesterday. We talked about it yesterday and we said we are waiting for a close, ideally a weekly close above that level, okay? Because if you go on the weekly right here, as you can see, you had a nice support here, start of the big impulsive move. Once again, support, okay? That level has been swept, that low has been swept. And now we are doing this. So I would like to see a close above the level and then we could go for a swing long. That would be a very nice swing long. Do you understand? Do you see why? Does it sound like legit and clear for you? You see? So no rush because it's weekly time frame. It's a very, very high time frame. So no rush. But yeah, looks good. On the daily, we have a first confirmation though. With a daily close above. You see? And we also have a clean res level just here. But the problem, if you enter before the weekly confirmation, let's say you enter here, you target this, all right? Invalidation is not really clean. Like, I don't know, maybe that low is safe and you could have a stop loss around here, definitely. But something tells me 80 cents can be taken anytime soon. But that's the setup that I have on OP. You have a nice tight range right here. Okay. Hello, outsider. What's up, man? Okay, if you go like that. Hello, Guillaume. Hello, Guillaume. Thank you, by the way, for coming every day, Guillaume. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much, man. Yeah, OP looks okay. Yeah, looks really okay. That was a very nice trade. If you were looking on the daily, looking at something like that, yeah, that was a very, very good trade. Yup. Shorting APY. Let me check. Oh, that's being manipulated or what? What's going on with that? Yeah, anyway, it's looks like an exit pump. Looks dead. Do you ever look stocks? Very interested in Tesla. Can you look? Yeah, we're gonna check. We're gonna check that. Looks dead, but be careful that this is not a deviation, brother. You know, this could be like it could be a big ass deviation, obviously, but pay attention. Wait for a close below that level to have more confirmation. You know. You see that? I would be worried in a short. I would be worried if we get a daily close above the level. Okay, so be careful. All right. Already stops to break even. Okay, perfect. You managed to catch an entry on that week. CRV. Wait, we're gonna use this. Hey, broski, how you doing? Hello, Jiggity J. What's up? I'm all good. What about you? What about you, man? Close to the week. Okay, okay, nice, nice, nice. Very nice. Congrats, man. Very good. CRV. Yeah. Okay, nice LTF move. Very nice. Okay, that failed. All right, that failed. OP is quite similar to CRV is quite similar to OP. I'm swing long and scalp long on CRV. Nice. Nice, nice. I think it's a bit too late now for the entry. I probably missed the trade, but if we get something like this, then yeah, I would gladly enter the trade because invalidation would be easy as well. We'd have invalidation here. Okay, stop loss. All right, and we could target easy this. We have that imbalance to be filled and it's a previous support level. So definitely we'll have a target right here, TP. Okay, and it would be a nice 58% move. Okay, screenshot this, guys. Screenshot this. You have the plan here on CRV. Tesla. Not really interested in Tesla, to be honest. I think they're facing too much turmoil. First with what's going on currently with the cars being burned in the US, and also with the tariff. Okay, because if Europe applies reciprocal tariff to US vehicles, it would be very bad for Tesla. So be very careful with that. That being said, technically we fill that gap, right? So we are approaching a support level. So yeah, definitely you could have a double bottom right here, and you could target this previous support level. Definitely. Technically it looks good. Technically it's fine. The problem is, yeah, what's going on with the tariff and so on, you know. That's the main concern for me. Okay, we have a sol moving in profits, which is good. We have a sol moving in profits, so talking about stocks, we didn't check S&P. Okay, we have a nice move. We're having a nice move. Okay. Click long on BTC at Monday low. Let me check. Okay, sorry. Oh, nice, because we had the sweep here. We had the sweep and the daily close yesterday. Very good catch. You see that Monday range sweep, play. Let's analyze it a bit more in details. All right, if we go to H12, for example, we had the sweep here, closed above, and yeah, that was a good long. And you can easily target Monday high. Yeah, that's nice. The only problem, maybe on H1 we will have something. Yeah, the problem is the invalidation. I wouldn't feel comfortable having a stop loss below that low. Definitely not. But if we get a retest, I might consider closing my shorts, because for now I'm still in the BTC short from 84.5. So we'll see. My entry is slightly below Monday high. So let's see what's gonna happen. Now that low has been, you know, broken. I want to see if we make a lower high from here and if we go down again. But definitely a good catch if you manage to enter at Monday low. Very, very good shot. Good catch. Also had a short from 84. Yeah, so we have the same. I have a 84.5, but I didn't close. I was confident we would probably retest this zone where I would have taken some profits, I think. Maybe I've been greedy and I will run trip. We'll see. Anyway, now we have the sol long to cover, to hedge a little bit. Let's see what's gonna happen. But yeah, S&P also looks okay. Guys, do you have any questions? Because as I said, it's gonna be a short stream. This is why I started earlier. Instead of starting at 11, I started at like 10 minutes to 11. So I think I will close in 5 minutes approximately. So do you have any questions? Anything you would like to talk about that can just last 5 minutes maximum? Don't forget to watch this also if you want to a reminder of what the market participants are expecting, okay? You can also check the provisions for the month of May. And you see the participants are also expecting the rates to remain the same even in May, and to start to be cut in June. Check hype from yesterday. Yeah, true. We talked about hype. You're right. Popcat, you guys, you should stop with the meme coins. I swear to God. I swear to God. Like the recent events didn't serve as a lesson. It seems. You should really, really stop with that shit. Damn hype. Yeah. Yeah. We had the bottom or what? We had a very good catch together. That's cool. That's really cool because it's something we discussed live together. Nice. Really nice. Mantaka. What? But yeah, very good. If you're in a long, you can target this. Okay, you see it's been a key level for hype, and also we have strong bearish order block right here. So yeah, you can target this and you would be in a very good 44% move on hype. We're gonna post that one on Twitter. Would be TP1 for me around 20. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Can you compare BTC with global M2 liquidity and when we can expect BTC to catch up with it? That's something that has been very trendy lately. Very trendy. M2 money stock. When BTC will catch up, you know, BTC will only catch up when the conditions, the economic conditions are better. For now, we have a lot of uncertainty. So you can watch this because it's trendy. I saw a lot of people talking about money supply on Twitter. I think most people do not grasp what it really is. And you know, it's like back in the days, it was the reverse repo, then it was the debt ceiling. There is always something that looks complex that is trendy on socials. The thing is, BTC is not going to catch up anything until the market is in a better shape. And to have the market in a better shape, you need the quantitative tightening to stop, and you need the global markets to be to stop being uncertain. And for now, they are uncertain. You know, as long as Trump says something, the market excessively react to these declarations, and as long as it's gonna stay the same, then you will have BTC and US stock market going down. All right, you can check. Gold is a perfect indicator of uncertainty. All right, you can see that gold is in a massive uptrend because of the uncertainty. And as long as it remains the same conditions, whatever money supply 2 or 3 or 1 goes up or whatever, then nothing is going to catch up. Nothing is going to catch up. And also with the fear of a recession because of the US economic slowdown, same thing. It's gonna keep holding down the market. Okay, keep that in mind, guys. Or you keep that in mind. Very important to understand that it's my opinion, but it's pointless to try to find a new narrative because it gives hopes. I know that a lot of people wants to have some hopes, some kind of hope, but look what Scott Bessent has been saying. He said that corrections are healthy and that the pain can remain longer in the financial markets. All right, and that he believes that the most pain will happen lower. All right. And those guys know what they're talking about much more than some Twitter random with a JPEG as a profile picture talking about money supply or something, you know. Popcats, we allow ourselves to check. Yeah, I'm looking to short LTC. Yeah, Popcat not good. Popcat not good. You see, you had a support here, bearish retest going down. We also lost the structure here. Okay, we closed below that low here. Now we are forming a lower high. So Popcat not looking good at all. And to be honest, I do expect, I hope it goes to zero because we need a purge. We need the market to be cleaned. Oh, we have a nice BTC push up. Nice. That's good for Solana long. I'm looking to short LTC. LTC. LTC, I like the level here. For me, it would be more than like a long, and I would have a short run here. 104. H12 or H12 OB, you say? I think it's okay. That one then. 96, right? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. But for now, we're still in that range. Okay, just like Solana, we're still in that big range. Okay. So you know how to play in a range, right? You guys know that. Well. That being said, guys, as I said, I'm really sorry. This is why I started to stream earlier, because I have the appointment in 30 minutes and I cannot be late, unfortunately. So I will leave you here. I'm really sorry that I have to short the stream. But still, we managed to have like 40 minutes together, which is good. I think almost 45 minutes instead of 1 hour as we usually do. So thank you once again for attending. I will see you on next week. The next streams will be inside the Discord. But yeah, thank you again. Thank you very much. I always appreciate your interactions and the things that you bring. Afternoon stream, yeah, but not today. I don't think today we will have a stream. So maybe the next days. Yeah, the next day is definitely, but not today. So that being said, stay safe, be careful. FOMC in 6 hours from now on. So be very careful. Remember, the announcement is pressed in. What's important is the speech that will follow the announcement and the press conference. So be very careful. Keep that in mind. Try to listen to Daddy Powell so you can understand what's going on. And we'll try to cover that anyway tomorrow and explain everything. So see you guys. Stay safe. Bon appetit if you go for lunch.